The Garchomp buff is going to change the meta. The question is, which deck are you going to feature it in? What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And before we even get into talking about Garchomp, Mega Garchomp, and the Goodbye, or I guess the Garchomp line, there is something I do want to discuss. How do you use 2 Mega Plates if you don't have the full evolution? Now, this has just barely been brought to my attention, but apparently it's been working the entire time. So take a look at my deck. We do have the Manectric and the Mega Manectric, and then we also have the Electric. Well, guess what? We went with our player pass and we purchased another Mega Manectric. Now what we can do is we can attach this Manectric here, the Mega Manectric, even without the other evolution, the Manectric. And then when you do that, it's going to say you cannot evolve during a duel proceeded. It's going to keep warning you, like when you select this deck, when you go in League, it's going to keep warning you. But what this does is it allows me to Mega Manectric twice with my Manectric. Now, some of you guys might be saying, yo, Rico, why would you not just get the other Manectric and have the other Manectric for the evolution on the Electric? Well, this is kind of for the people who don't have it. Like, if you are a free-to-play player and say, you somehow pull 2 Mega Charizards and you have a Charizard and you have a Charmander and you want to be able to use the Charizard plate twice, you could have, I mean, granted, there aren't going to be many figures that have the durability of Electric. Like Electric, I'm running Electric for the status, just for it to paralyze. Like, this is all going to tie into the Garchomp. But what this does, it allows me to Mega Manectric twice while only having 1 Manectric. We can put Mega Manectric, the plate, on that thing twice while we still retain the Electric. Now let's talk about Garchomp. Now, it was a couple of videos ago. It was after the Sharpedo came out and after the Manectric came out. And then I told you guys, the answer is still Celebi, and the answer is still Aegislash. Now, why is it still Aegislash? Because it can attack from range. Now, when we get Garchomp, Garchomp is going to get the Sandveil ability. And what the Sandveil ability does, you guys already know, kind of like the Snow Cloak ability. I believe it's the Snow Cloak ability, which I've actually learned the hard way. So I'm going to tell you guys. It was in like 2 gyms ago. It was like the Ice Gym. I think it was the Ice Gym. I don't really remember. But they had 3 MP. Somebody moved up the Alolan Sandslash. And I'm like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with my Aegislash. Because I didn't know if it applied to, like, if they were right next to them or if they weren't right next to them. So I brought on my Aegislash. I attacked from range, and it was able to go under me onto my entry point. And then they took the gold the following turn because it was 3 MP. They got 3 MP because I think it was the Ice Gym. So that's why I think that's why I think Garchomp is going to change the meta. It's definitely going to be a good counter to Aegislash because in order to actually attack this thing, you're going to have to be able to trap it. And I'll show you a scenario in the matches that we have to show today. We have 2 matches to show today. So with this, I asked you guys earlier, what deck are you going to be using? This is the deck that I'm going to be using for my my Garchomp deck. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to chain my, or not chain, but I actually might chain actually. But we're definitely going to put Carbonite into my Goodbye and to my Garchomp. The reason why we're running Goodbye is because a 3-star Double Flight is going to be so good. Double Flight, you guys know, it jumps over the battle opponent. If their status, it KOs them, and you can attack again. So my deck is primarily 2 status. We have the Manectric. We have a double Mega Manectric that we can rush at the beginning with our sole and only Manectric, while we have our Electric to paralyze. We have our Xurkitree to paralyze and give weight, and then we also have our Coco. Now here's the place that we're going to be running. We are running the Double Chance. Double Chance is primarily for the Garchomp once we get to the Double Flight, but who knows what Mega Garchomp is going to have. We made a prediction. We streamed that yesterday. I'll probably make a video with all the predictions, but let me tell you real quick what I had for my Mega Garchomp. We gave it the Rough Skin ability, which is, you guys already know what Rough Skin can do. That's what Sharpedo has, but we give it the Rough Skin ability, 2 MP. I think it's going to retain the Double Flight, so we'll keep the Double Flight. I think we're going to give it Stone Edge 180, and I have EQ 160, so Earthquake 160, but actually I want to change it to some sort of Dragon attack. Actually, I don't. It might be the same as Garchomp, just buffed up, but I don't know. But we're at Double Chance primarily for the Double Flight, Gold Block, Air Balloon, Double No Guard for the Manectric, and then the Max Revive. So we do have, and it's going to tell you, you have a figure that cannot evolve during the duel proceed, but it's going to allow me to Mega Manectric twice at the beginning, at the rush, and it's really, really good. But let's jump. Well, let's get this out of the way, and then we'll jump into the matches. Dude, if the Toxapex was 2 MP, Toxapex would be pretty good if it was 2 MP. But all right, let's jump into the matches. All right, guys, in this first match, we are going up against, I think the name was Canna. Pretty good deck, with the exception of, well, I mean, I know Tarvold runs double Absol, but I don't think Absol serves that big of a purpose unless it's like Tarvold's deck. Like, Tarvold's deck is really good with the Absols, but a deck like this, King and Mega King, there's better figures, but I don't know, maybe this person's a free-to-play player and these are the best figures they have, but these 3 core, the Celebi, Mew, and the Dawnwings, solid. Pretty good goalie, Primal Kyogre, but what we do is we just watch how we pick apart this deck. But all right, so we go first. We're going to go with the Coco, and the reason why I did not make it, like, a lot of people use the Manectric, and I'm still trying to figure out how to use the Manectric. They would go here, and then they would rush. The reason why I didn't want to rush there is because, say my opponent here brings on a Mew. There's not much we can do against this Mew. Look how big the Hypersonic is, and then when it gets paralyzed, it's the Psychic that goes away. And the opponent still has the Air Balloon. Oh, wait, they didn't have the Air Balloon. So maybe that was a misplay, because what I was fearing is them putting, or they could even put Dawnwings there. They could put Dawnwings right here if I were to Mega, and they can hop over me the following turn. They have the burst. So that, I don't know, maybe I should have done the Manectric there. I'm still learning, like I said. But we're going to take the entry point here. The opponent's going to cover up, and then we're going to bring on our... Dude, see, I'm just misplaying. We bring on our Thundurus, and the reason being is because I didn't want to get rushed by the Mew, but I should have, like, look at this Mew. He has everything into the Hypersonic. They don't have everything into the Shuttle Flip, and the opponent is not rocking the Air Balloon. But that's why I brought on Thundurus, because I was fearing, like, if I bring something here, Mew's just going to rush up, and then when I counter Mew, I'm just going to get Air Balloon cheese. But that's what I do. Apparently, this is not what they do, and I'm making bad plays. I don't even know. Why did you guys not yell at me in stream? Why'd you guys not yell at me? I'm making dumb plays. I'm sorry. So we bring on the Manectric. We're going to threaten now the... paralyzing everything. So we're going to make a Manectric. Look at my double plates there. We're going to actually attack into the Mew and hope that we land our blue, because our blue is bigger than their blue, and we're trying to paralyze it. So we attack here, and we get the 150, so it's going to be able to survive. And they bring on their Absol. Now, we do have to counter this Absol, and, dude, Gabite is a good counter, and Garchomp's going to be a good counter, because you can't attack it, dude, because it's ability. So I'm like, I'm not even scared of this thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Air Balloon here, and then we're going to go after the Dawnwings. Now opponent brings on their Primal Kyogre closer. Now we're going to do the double chance, because what I want to do is we want to paralyze it. We want to paralyze it. We want to hit our blue, the blue Storm, Lightning, whatever the hell it is, and boom, we do get it, the blue Lightning Storm. So I'm like, cool, this is what we needed. Otherwise, we would have been Moon Guys, and that would have sucked. So now they're paralyzed. We have 3 figures that are paralyzed. They have large purples. Thundurus is on the board. Things are looking pretty good. They're going to Ultra Burst here, and this is where it comes in handy. They Ultra Burst. They don't attack. So guess what I'm going to do? We are going to Mega Manectric again, and we out-damage this thing. I knew we had to hit this roll. Otherwise, I was assuming my opponent is going to long throw here. So I'm like, all right, come on, Manectric. Let's get it. We'll be really good. But we do get blue on blue, and then my opponent does exactly what we thought they were going to do. They're going to long throw, because it is a threat. I agree with this play 100%. Get rid of the threat. Get rid of my Mega Manectric. Otherwise, that would pretty much... I mean, they have Gold Block, right? Let me see real quick. They do have Gold Block. I mean, we would have... See the amount of pressure you can pressure or put on with the Mega Manectric? Double Mega Manectric? It's insane, man. So we bring on the Electric, because what we're looking to do is paralyze this Mew. Hopefully we land our gold, but we don't. We do land the Volt Switch, which does come in handy sometimes. I really like the Volt Switch. Mew takes us out, but Mew is paralyzed. So this is what you want to do. Exactly what my opponent did here. For you guys that don't know, fortunately we hit a roll. But if you do want to trap the Gabite and the Garchomps, you need to have the triangle. We'll just call it the triangle. Essentially set up a triangle. Not necessarily set up a triangle. You want to force it to have to attack you and to not allow you to use the ability. Dude, I stopped it. I stopped it. I'll tell you what I'm doing here. My play here is we're going to Twinkle Tackle here. We're going to get rid of their goal. Because what I want my opponent to do is I want them to cover up goal with the Primal Kyogre. If they covered goal with the Primal Kyogre, then what we were going to do is we were going to try to attack the Mew, because it is status. This is gone. Actually, no, only this is gone. I mean, it's a very, very slim chance But what I wanted to do was try and get the double fly. We wanted to do it for the tube. We would hop over the Mew, KO the Mew, and then we would surround the Kyogre. GG boys, it would have been pretty epic. But what I was alluding to earlier, you have something right here, you have something right here, and you have something right here. That way when you attack it, if they use their ability, they get surrounded. Or if you have two mons in a straight line, they can't go past it. You have to attack. So that's what you want to do when you go up against Garchomps and Garchomps. And goodbye. So what we do now is bring on our Xurkitree. Looks like they're going to Shatter Psyche on my Coco. Rip to Coco. Opponent's going to move right on my entry point. They're going to threaten game, so we got to cover up with our Thundurus. Now we move up our Xurkitree, I believe. No, we max revive here. Why did I max revive? No, they max revive. I'm like, wait, why did I max revive? Bring on the Manectric. We probably should have waited, because then we could have, once he took the entry point, we could have used up Manectric's ability. Could have done that, but I guess we max revive right here. Just threaten this round if they want to do it. So now we move up here, and we're going to attack. No, we don't attack. They attack us, actually. Big Purple is gone because of the homeboy Thundurus, and we get the Cable Lash. Let's go. Double the damage. And look at that. They're not going to take the L. They're going to keep him on the board. I was like, oh, interesting. So we're going to attack the Mew here. And let me just tell you, attacking Mew is never a good idea. It's never a good. Dude, I need to get rid of my. I don't know why I do this. We definitely. I don't even know why you have to Shuttle Flip there. Oh, actually, that was a good play. That was actually a good play. No, I get it. And that's why. Because we get KO'd there. So I agree with what they did there. But what I need to do is my Coco is chained to 10. We need to take everything out of the Wild Charge and put everything into the Quick Attack. My Coco's been chained 10 for a while. It's been 109 for a while. We need it. Everything's going to the Quick Attack. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to cover goal, and I'm going to attack here. We have okay odds, like 30-ish%, 33% to KO the Mew. So Mew takes entry point, and then what I do here is we're going to attack. And we get the miss. Tidal Wave's going off. Not only is my Xurkitree going to move 3 steps away, but so is the Dawn Wings. And he moves it right next to the Celebi. So what I'm seeing is I'm like, all right, the good thing about Garchomp is it is ground. We do have the Tectonic Rage. You guys all know what that can do, and it's going to be a 5-star Tectonic Rage. So I'm definitely running Goodbye into Garchomp. But I do see these figures next to each other. So what my plan is to move up my Xurkitree, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and Zap Cannon, because I do want to paralyze both of these figures. So it looks like the opponent's going to attack with Mew, and we are going to go for it now. We're going to no guard here just in case I land my blue. Whatever the Ultra Lighting, I don't know what it is. Whatever. But we do get the Zap Cannon. I'm like, cool. I know I get KO'd here, but the good thing is they're both paralyzed. So they Shatter Psyche here, which I don't necessarily agree with, because what it does is it allows me to bring something on the board. I think they should have just attacked with the Kangaskhan or Mega Kangaskhan. So I don't know. I don't agree there. But like I said, it allows me to bring on the Electrike. They're going to come at me. They attack my Garchomp, and I believe we win this roll. Yes, we do get the Dragon Rush, which is going to be Dragon Rush 60 now. We get Evolution Dragon Rush 70. Dude, I'm excited for Garchomp. We're going to move up. He moves his Absol here. Let's see. We get this back on just so the purples can be away. We're going to take goal. They attack. We get KO'd. I think I goal blocked. No, I think we move on the Manectric. Yeah, we move Manectric. I think they Mega. Yeah, so they're going to Mega here with a King. And fortunately, I don't know, maybe fortunately, but they do land the Double Edge. So the good thing is we don't have to worry about it. Bad thing is we're KO'd, but we're in no threat. So I think I moved my Garchomp over because I did not want to get attacked by the Absol. Yeah, I didn't want to get attacked by the Absol. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Tectonic Rage, and we are going to get rid of the Dawn Wings. Ah, look at that. Dawn Wings is a huge miss. And guess what my opponent's going to do? My opponent did not take the L with the Primal Kyogre. They're not taking the L with this either, which, hold on, let me see what they have again. I don't know. I'm not in any threatening position to cover game. I mean, well, actually, no, I guess I agree with that, because if he would have lost there, I could have attacked with Garchomp. We could have got the double flight. We would have KO'd this thing, and we would have been right next to the Absol. And I mean, he has goal block, though? I don't know. I don't think I would have done it. I think I would have taken the L. Anyway, we're going to put on our Xurkitree here. They're going to surround. That was a bad play. Misplay on my end. I just didn't want him advancing up because of the Z move. But we lost our Garchomp, so it feels kind of bad. But they attack here. The good thing is it becomes paralyzed because Zergatry just got on the board. It's the first battle it's been in. Bad thing is we are confused. So bring on the Electrike. We're going to attack here because it does have a large miss, and we're going to try and KO it, but we get the Volt switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch with our Garchomp, bring our Garchomp back out. They have to cover, otherwise they're going to lose. And what we're doing is we're going to switch over with we get the double flight. We don't hop over them, but we KO them because they're status. But we use the Manectric's ability because I don't want my Thundurus confused anymore. I don't remember. Well, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so this does not affect. Doesn't matter if it's status or not. The reason why I switched there is because I thought if it was status, it wouldn't have worked. The ability wouldn't have worked. But I don't want this thing confused anyway. Well, actually, confused wouldn't be bad. I'm like a dodge machine or blue machine, so I don't know. But we do that. We switch it, and then we bring it back on towards our goal. I can't remember how this match ends. So we bring on the Mew. We surround the Mew. I guess they forgot about his ability. I don't know. I might have Mega Absoled there. I might have Mega there, but they attacked her. Yeah, definitely would have Mega there. And we get a Fortune Roll, so this allows us to cover goal. So I'm like, all right, all you need to do is land your Wild Charge. Please land your Wild Charge. And we're pretty solid. We landed the Wild Charge. I'm like, let's go. Now we move up the Garchomp. Things are looking pretty solid for us. We don't attack here. Looks like they're going to Shatter Psyche here. And we get the miss. Unfortunately, we get the miss. And what they're going to actually do is they're going to move closer over here. And I'm like, this is actually fine. We can start advancing up with both of these figures because this thing is paralyzed. We don't have to worry about this thing moving through us. So we bring up the Electrike. My opponent moves right here. I think maybe my opponent thought that he was able to move through or something like that, but I don't know. So we're going to Twinkle Tackle here. We're going to get the Surround. We're going to Twinkle Tackle. We're going to get rid of the Necrozma. Now Coco is still confused. Coco needs to hit the Wild Charge one more time. I'm like, come on, please, please, please. And we get the melee into the miss because we're confused. But I'm like, all right, let's bring on the Thundurus. Thundurus has an okay shot at surviving. All we do is hit our blue. And we hit our blue. Let's go. GG, boys. All right, we're going to jump into the second match. Now, there's a question that I don't understand in terms of the Sand Veil ability and attacking from range. You guys need to let me know what's going on there. So let's check it out. All right, guys, this second and final match is going up against the one and only Rocket Rob. Sorry, Rob. Had to do it, man. Everybody's playing these decks, man. These Shark. Let me tell you guys something. I'm trying to counter these decks, all right? The Manectric decks and the Shark decks. And every time I play Sharks with what I think is going to counter them, I get destroyed. I end up getting destroyed. So we just got destroyed by Devani previously with the Sharks, and then we get Rob with the Sharks. I'm like, dude, can the Sharks go away, please? So, all right, we got the Sharks. I go first, and I don't know why I just didn't bring up the Manectric, because, I mean, what is he going to do? What can he do? But I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that. But we're going to play this a little different. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our Goodbite counters. They're going to bring on their Dawnwings. We're going to bring out the Coco, Shuppet Wall, right? They're going to bring on their other Shark. I'm like, that's fine. We'll bring on our Thundurus, stopping movement. So we're pretty good. Can't really attack into here. Now we bring on the Manectric. He's going to counter here with his, dude, I'm so mad. The Kartana KO'd my Manectric against Devani, and if he didn't, we would have won that match. We would have won that match. I was so salty that he hit his gold on my purple because I was about to Mega Manectric again, and things would have been solid. You know what? Every time I Mega, I'd never get a KO right away. Like, I'd hardly ever get a KO right away. I always end up getting a KO, but whatever. So Rob here is going to start bringing over the Poipole, and I'm like, we're solid. We're going to attack again, but again, get the Blue Lightning. So now he's going to threaten the Surround, and I'm like, no. I don't think so. We got the No Guard. So this thing is dead, and once this thing is dead, you better move this Poipole out of the way, because I'm coming straight after that, because I don't need these Kartanas getting unlimited attack from range. But either way, things are looking good, because we do have another No Guard, so something here is going to die. So he's going to move him out of the way, which I agree with, and now what we have to do is get rid of the Shark. We don't have to worry about getting cracked, because we're going to KO it, and we're going to de-evolve. Bye-bye, Sharpedo. So I'm cracked, but then I de-evolved, and then we're not cracked. Moves the Shark over. He attacks me. All we gotta do is survive this roll, and we do. Like, get out of here, Shark. And if we didn't, we were just gonna Mega Evolve. Or no, if it was a neutral turn, we would have Mega right there. So anyway, we're gonna bring up the Goodbite in case he wants to attack me. But instead, he's gonna long throw, and once he long throws, I'm like, that's fine. We're just gonna Mega here. We're gonna get rid of this thing again. Get rid of these shark decks. Ah, it's so nice. Remember how I said like every time I make I always hit my blue one, and there we go. So whatever. But Rob makes a good play. I agree with this 100%. Otherwise, he was going to be in trouble because my Z-Gauge is coming up, but he gets rid of my threat. Poor Manectric. Imagine if it also had like the static ability on with it. Oof. So what we do here is we're going to, I think we get rid of, we Twinkle Tackle here with the Coco just to threaten games. So they're going to have to cover up. And then this next play was very back and forth thinking of what I should do. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think we should do here. So he covers goal, and we could have DC'd with the Gabite, but the thing is, if we did Gabite, we would have had to hope that the opponent did land the Ultra Portation, because it does have the Dragon Pulse, which gives, what, plus 50? Yeah, plus 50, so that'll hit for 97. So it could out-damage me. I mean, if we get the Dragon Claw, we're good. If we KO'd with Gabite, solid GG boys. But instead of that, I DC'd with the Coco. Probably should have DC'd with the Gabite, because like I said, it would have been GG plays. But so we DC here, and I land a miss right away. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I re-roll it, get the quick attack, see you later. And now all we need is melee wish, and that is GG boys. Rob's gonna DC here. I'm like, come on, Coco, don't let me down. He's gonna try and crack me or KO me, and Coco lands another miss. That's 2 misses in a row. What the hell? So now what we're going to do is we're going to threaten game because he cannot attack my Gabite, but what he's going to do, he's going to Mega Evolve and Mega Sharpedo and move through figures. Why? I don't know. Because that's the cool thing to do. So we're going to move up our Landers, our Thunders. Oh, I can't wait to see what we get for Landers. Okay, so look at that. So Kartana attacked from range from here. I was here, he was here, and I was able to move through him, okay? Pretty, like, understandable. I get it. No misunderstanding of how the mechanics work there, but just wait. So let's bring on our Leg Strike. Let's go ahead and attack into this the Sharpedo, because Sharpedo's ability, it cannot be statused. So we're going to attack it, we're going to status it, and we're going to make it so it cannot crack any of my figures. Well, yeah, can't crack the Thunderous. Moves over, bring on our Manectric. Max Revives, brings down his Kartana. We got to be careful because Z-Gauges are coming up. I'm going to Max Revive here. We're going to Max Revive our Coco. Now, here's what I do. I move my Coco over here because here's what I'm thinking. I want to Z-move with my Thunderous, and we're going to use the Flying Z-move. We're going to get rid of this thing, and we want this thing to roll white. If that thing rolls white, they take the goal with the Dawn Wings, and then we surround with the Coco. That was my initial thought process, but at the same time, he still has the Sharpedo. He probably would have just made a Sharpedo, but we don't know that for sure. If he would, would caught onto that, but I'm sure he would have. But that's why I moved my Coco over here. So now we're going to cover goal, and now look at that. Rob is attacking. I don't understand this. Rob is attacking with his Kartana, right? My Gabite is right here. If he attacks with his Kartana, my Gabite would have to, in order to use its ability, I would have to move over here on the goal. But Rob has it covered good. He's got 2 figures behind it. How come when he attacks with his Kartana, the game is allowing me to move my Gabite next to his Kartana instead of behind the Kartana? That I don't understand. If you guys understand that, please let me know in the comments below. But Rob is going to continue to do that until my Z-Gauge comes up. Like, if you ever have anybody continue to attack you and you can just keep moving back, like keep moving back until your Z-Gauge is up, and then you can, do whatever you want to do. So while he was doing it, my thought process was like, all right, cool. Thunderous is on the board. You don't have a purple. What I'm going to do is we're going to make a Z-move with the Manectric, and anything attached to it is going to be paralyzed. Like, that's the plan. So he's attacking. I'm moving back. See, I don't understand it. But my Z-Gauge is up now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go after the Sharpedo. We don't have to worry about missing because the purple is gone. And take a look at this. When was the last time you guys saw something like this? Boom! Everything. And then once I made that play, I was like, oh, God, we just lost. Their Z-Gauge is up. And not only that, they bloom Doom. They bloom Doom and they heal. They bloom Doom and they heal everything that was paralyzed. So all my hard work that we just did right over here is all for now. But fortunately for us, we do have the goal block here. We're going to be able to cover goal. See, in my head, I thought that the gold was, or the purple was still gone, but I forgot about the Bloom Doom. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm like, this is the only play we have to make. Like, we have to win this roll here, and we don't win the roll. We do get the Volt Switch, so we're gonna switch with the Circuitry. But what Rob does is he makes a huge mistake here, and he's gonna Ultra Burst and take my entry point rather than surrounding my Goodbye. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to build up my Z gauge. So look at this. We paralyze him. He moves forward. Now my Z gauge is... What the hell, man? The hell? Well, what ended up happening there was my Z gauge was all the way up. So he moved next to my Thundurus. IZ moved the whatever on the goal was. I think it was the Sharpedo. The purple's gone. And we win the roll. And the... whatever was right next to it, I can't remember what was right next to it. Whatever was right next to it gained weight too because it was became paralyzed, and we had Circuitry on the board. GG boys, we won. I don't know what happened there, but all right, guys, we're gonna cut the video there. Look at, we got a rainbow and a gold. What? Pokemon Rumble Rush came out. I'm not gonna play that game. Masters hopefully comes out next week. But the question is, what are you guys gonna be using for the Garchomp, Mega Garchomp? Because I believe it's going to change the meta. So we're going to cut the video there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.